Hello, Nick Sammut from Rushmore Painting and Decorating, bringing a product review for Trade Decorator TV. Today's review is going to be on the Trimaco E-Z Up poles. But before we get started on the review, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification button so that any future reviews you'll be notified of immediately. So the Trimaco E-Z Up poles are a dust containment pole system, and what that means is when you're working in an area that you want sectioned off, so for example you have a fireplace or an area of cabinetry that you want to completely surround yourself with sheeting to prevent any dust from that work entering the other side of the room, then you will use these dust containment poles to do so. I'm going to give you a little demonstration in a minute on my current situation that I've got them using. I'm using them on at the moment, but I'm going to give you three things about them that I really like first. And the first thing is the head and the feet are very big, is one point about them. They have a section that can enable you to maneuver it like so. So if you have a sloped area you need them to push up against, then you can adjust it accordingly. And also the feet and the head are made of rubber, or they're not made of rubber, but they have rubber caps on them, which means that when you're extending the system and compressing it against the bit above and below, the rubber offers good protection to stop it from damaging the surface. Second thing about them that I really like is the polythene clip. So if you can see here, I'm compressing this section here, and what that is for is when you wrap the polythene over the top to get started, instead of trying to hold it all in place with your hands and put the system up and just making a mess, you put the polythene over the top, trap it in, extend it, and that will stop the polythene from coming down. Third thing about the E-Z Up poles that I really like, which is kind of hard to show you because I can't extend it much higher because these ceilings are very low, but it's like a foot jack system, and that consists of a foot jack here which extends this bottom area a few inches, and also a release as well, which you obviously would use your feet for, and I'm going to show you exactly how that works now. It has two regular style roller pole extension parts here, which consist of little holes every few inches which locks in, and you get your rough height that you need it to be. Sometimes you can go really close, just a couple of millimeters, but in this situation there isn't any more areas for it to clip into, so then you would use the foot jack. So you unfold it and just simply press it down, and then it will clamp to the ceiling and the floor. And then to release that, you simply just press the release button there, which is better than using these ones, because if you were to use these ones when the system is got a lot of tension in it, it could potentially break the clip, so that's not really a good idea. I'm just going to show you them in action now on the current job I'm on, and show you exactly how they perform on that. Using the Trimaco E-Z Up poles here alongside the Easy Mask Film and Super Tough Zip is enabling us to work behind this section of sheathing, sanding down, making a bit of a mess, but without it affecting the rest of the kitchen area. So they've been working really well so far, preventing the dust coming through. One thing about the poles that I think may be off-putting to certain people would be the price of them, really. They are expensive. They obviously vary depending on where you're buying them from and the discounts that you're offered at those places, but you have a 12-foot option, a 16-foot option, and then a 20-foot option, which I've got here, and I'm going to give you a size comparison. It barely fits in here because this is a very old house and the ceilings are very low. They're not 12-foot and 20-foot exactly as they are, but that's fully extended, because if that was the case, that would make me a very, very tall person. So 20-foot fully extended, this is 12-foot fully extended, and then 16-foot, which I don't have, which is fully extended as well. And they vary between £100 for a set of 12-foot ones, £120 for the 16, and then 140 to 150 for the 20-foot. So they are very expensive, but I think in the long run you need to be looking at it from a point of view where you would be using a lot of masking tape to hold the polythene up rather than just the dust containment poles. So if you were to think about all of the masking tape you've bought over the years to hold up polythene in those situations, you've probably spent a lot more than the dust containment poles in the first place. So that's obviously one thing to think about, is the price, and if they are worth buying for your situation or not. What I will say is the 12 foot for me is a good option for domestic work. This situation here, obviously it's a very old house, so the ceilings are very low, but the 12 foot is obviously good for that because it extends up to a 12 foot in total, but you can have it at anything between 12 foot and below, and I think they just stand at just under 5 foot as they are without being extended. If you want the 16 or 20 foot, I'd say they're more of a commercial style. I want a commercial style one, because 20 foot extended is very, very high. There's not very many situations where a 20 foot would be used on a job that I'm on, because I really do just domestic work. So yeah, that's probably one thing for the commercial side of things, and then the 12 foot is a great little domestic painter's option, I think. So yeah, I really like them. They come in really handy, and I'm going to give you a score out of 10, which will be a 9. Obviously there's a few things about them I really like, and there's the one thing, which is the price, which depending on your situation can be a little bit off-putting. So yeah, a 9 out of 10 for the Trimaco E-Z Up poles. That's been my review of them for Trade Decorator TV. Thanks for watching.